I thought they were serving tequila out front. It should have been. There you go. I know. I like that move. Just enough room on the stage to do that one for you. Whoa, man. Around the world. Let's see if we can't get one. I was trying that on the street earlier. There you go. I couldn't do this on the street, but I'll try it in here. It's kind of slippery. See if we can get this way. Oh, man, alive. I don't know. I haven't done this one for years, but I'm going to try it for you because I'm feeling lucky. And well, I figure if I mess it up here, word ain't going to get that far. So here's what I'll do. I'll try. Look at that. I'm going to try getting this one. I don't know if I can do this. This is a friend of mine. A friend of mine does this trick. He gets that flat lip going, he steps into it, and then what he does is he lowers that thing down and switches it behind his back. Whoa! Whoa! I know. Well, that's how it was in the West. It should have been. That's right. Of course, not really a rope out here except people, but that lariat, larietta, the rope. Of course, the quintessential tool of the cowboy, and in cowboy worth his salt, should have some of that going on. Keeping that thing open when you're twirling it. We should do some rope lessons here a little later. Get you all roping. Keeping that thing, that loop open. And here's the trick that nobody seems to get. If you look at, it's all in the wrist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you start open and you look at your watch, that's all you're doing. Keep looking at your watch. I don't have one, but you get the idea, right? Yeah. Keep that thing open, looking at that watch. And then, of course, throw down like a baseball and pull, and you pretty much got yourself a steer, hopefully, there.
You wrote me.
Uh-huh. Apparently, you think your name's on the poster out front. Okay. All right. Well,
Get him, cowboy.
no, there's something wrong here, sir. Here's what you're going to have to do now. Give me some horns. All right. He looks kind of ornery, but we'll try. All right.
Get him.
Now, you have insurance? Because I don't.
Now run,
All right.
run.
Get a rope burn. It's
Run.
on you. Hup, yeah.
Run.
Oh, ah.
Run. Now
I don't know
hold.
if you heard that back. He started making noise like a bull. You did not have lines in this show, sir. I don't know.
Hog time.
Hog time. What was that, your wife?
No, that was me.
The rope is the quintessential tool of the cowboy. And it takes, actually, trick roping is a hard skill to learn, and there's been some greats, but it is something, it's one of the hardest things I ever tried to learn. And kids, I encourage you, if anything worth doing, it's going to take practice. And just to get that butterfly loop, and that's a hard loop to do, but just to get that, you will spend more time doing that than your homework. I know, it's not good, but don't forsake your homework for it, but that's what I'm saying. It's hard to do. It ain't the easiest thing. But of course, you remember seeing them in the movies doing the gun tricks, doing those spins and flips, and it pretty much started in the Wild West shows. Of course, there was those characters spinning guns in the bars and such, maybe the little cantinas and whatnot, but really that didn't pick up until the Wild West shows. And then, of course, that spinning of a gun became something that was taken to the films later, after the 101 Ranch show and whatnot, Buffalo Bill's Wild West, and it was all about Flash. Now, I don't know why. Is that girl back in here now? The little one? She's gone? Dang it. I was going to get another one. I'm just using little cats. They're not that loud. But I don't know why, but some of them gunslingers had some funny moves. Now, if you recall, some of you see my show on the street, and I do all the fancy stuff, hand-to-hand flips and stuff, and underhand flips, and all of that. We even take it over the shoulder a bit. Woo, that's hard to do in that play. Let's see if we can't get that clean for you there. There you go. Woo, maybe an over the shoulder switch. I don't think I did that one in the show. tricks all the time, taking it over the top maybe, or doing that side spin and taking that around. Of course, there's lots of different flips and tricks that you can do. But back in the old days, things that were simpler were bigger somehow. I remember watching Sammy Davis Jr. spinning guns, and he was good. Him and Jerry Lewis, not a lot of people know, but they was really quick. They both did fast draw and competed and stuff, and Sammy flipped his guns. Jerry did a little bit of it too. They did some gun spinning, flipping. Sammy had this one called the I just call it the Sammy Slide.
Nice.
I know. And nobody ever does that these days. Because, I don't know, I guess we want stuff like where you flip it, stop it, and go the other way. It's something spectacular. But that was just fun. And I don't know what they said, but Tom Mix. Now there is a great film called
Something.
My Boy the King. Is it My Boy the King? No. Yeah, I think that's it, My Boy the King. And it's all about Mickey Rooney being the King of England. Well, it wasn't the King of England, it was King of some European country. And Tom goes over there to do a Wild West show, and then the adventure unfolds. And they're doing the Wild West show for the King. And Tom does this move with two guns where he spins them. And I think he spins them, and he might, whoops. I didn't ride 300 miles to do the easy tricks for you folks. No. He spins them the other way, and then shoots. Like that. I don't know what that was. I never knew why. And he did it in the movie. He did it a number of times where he spins them. I don't even think he flipped them. Look at that. I did it. Sorry. Spins them, flips them the other way, shoots under his legs. And it's not even like he was hitting a target, it was just him on film. And this is one of the early silents. They had some great scenes in that Wild West show. I mean, that's one of the classic Wild West shows taken to the screen for us. And it was amazing, the things they did, but just hilarious. Of course, now we get to have all the fancy tricks that people want to see. You want to see some?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the rest of you, head on out. Go get yourself I'll do it for you. Yeah. All right. So, make sure we're loaded here. Yep. And so is the gun. Okay. Well, of course, remember seeing them now. I went through a bunch of them for you, that back spin and that forward roll, and putting those together into a combination spin and doing some fancy flips or maybe some fancy switches. That's always fun. Taking it with that Sammy Slide, why not? Maybe behind the back for fun, over the shoulder, and of course, thank you, both of you. Nice. Is this on? Now, here's one I don't normally do in shows. I'm going to try it for you folks, okay? Because, again, I'm feeling lucky. And I figure if I mess it up, word ain't going to get that far. So we're going to try it for you. Now, in this one, the gun is not going to flip in the air. No, this is actually a harder trick to do. This gun is going to turn around. Ooh. And do a barrel roll simultaneously.
Ooh.
Now, sir, if you want to be roped, you got to be slow. So let me explain what that means. At the same time, okay? All right? All right. Now, see if I can get this clean for you. It's a hard catch. Usually don't put it in the show because I never think you should put something in the show until it's pretty much ready. This one ain't quite ready, but let's see if we can get it for you. No, that was a bad catch because it was okay. Oh, it's a little cleaner, we'll take it. Okay, one more try. Oh, and a flip at the end too. That's pretty smooth. Yeah. Now, if there's one, thank you. I appreciate that. If there's one trick that, here, let me do it this way. Name a gun trick.
Yeah.
Over the shoulder.
Hit it.
Point and shoot.
Sammy slide.
Did the Sammy slide. I'll point and shoot for you in a little bit here. If there's one trick that gets, oh, wait a minute, hold on, we're having technical difficulties.
Okay, come on.
Okay,
Hello?
here we go.
Hello?
Thank you. Now let me just,
Hello? Hello?
That's a good trick.
Hello?
all right. Now, thank you. Now, if there's one trick that gets more misconceptions about, you all know it, I'm sure, of course, the border shift.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I know.
Sure.
You all know it. The border shift is basically changing hands with a gun. Now, it was often done with two guns. Now, how do you change hands? Well, you go over the top, okay? So that could be a border shift. And I don't know why you would do that in a gunfight, but it might be. Now, some would explain that changing hands with a gun was done when you're shooting over here and then you shoot over here. Now, you got to be pretty dumb to want to switch hands with a gun in the middle of a gunfight. But that's how it goes. Now, some fancy border shifts are done with two guns, or maybe just one gun. There's one where you just kind of take it around, or maybe back the other way. Okay, now that could be considered a border shift of a type. Now, there was also, of course, flipping it from hand to hand, or as we saw, the Sammy slide. There's a lot of different border shifts. Now, I always thought for a show, since nowadays we got to take everything to the next level, well, I always thought juggling the guns from hand to hand, and there is not going to be a way to do this in the light. Let's see if we can do this here for you. Okay, all right, see if we can do this. We can barely see the guns, but let's try it. Okay, so juggling guns, that could be a border shift from hand to hand to hand to hand. Thank you. Woo! Man alive. Oh, yeah. Spinning those guns. Of course, as you said, point and shoot, right, ma'am? That's the way it was. I mean, really, when it came down to it, it was point and shoot. So, how would you like to see some trick shooting?
Okay.
And the
Wait a
first to
minute,
go
let me
will
shoot
be...
He'll stand
All right,
for
now, for trick shooting, we use wax bullets, which would be a little bit louder than what I've been using here, but we use wax bullets for target shooting because they supply the firepower, accuracy, and safety needed for a show like this. What do you say? I think we should try a couple of different shots, actually. Where'd I put those balloons, kids?